This image is going to be the biggest talking point that we have today, because remember, the nature of Pakistan's loss has meant everybody is talking about this particular moment. Many people would say move on, but a lot of people have opened up a new Pandora's box when it comes to the technology, when it comes to the umpiring. Harbhajan Singh, in the latest series of tweets that he's done, is not happy with the way how things are. Because remember, on the naked eye, if you look at it, it was very 50-50. Could have gone either way. Maybe if it had hit the stumps, the umpire would have given it out. But because he did not initially give it out, the umpire's call verdict came, and because it was hitting the stumps, but the umpire had given it not out, that is why the original decision of not out stayed. Now there are two camps in this. One camp is that you should not have the umpire's call. The second camp is arguing that this is a technological projection, and that is why there is no clear-cut solution to this. Humans versus technology. Is that the way how this matches? Pretty much. It's not Pakistan versus South Africa, it's not India versus ICC. It is humans versus technology. Who is right in this particular instance? Because Harbhajan Singh's tweet has caused a massive, you may say, split in social media when it comes to whether he's right or whether he's wrong. Because Harbhajan pointed out, bad umpiring and bad rules cost Pakistan this game. ICC should change this rule. If the ball is hitting the stump, that's out. Whether umpire gave out or not out doesn't matter. Otherwise, what is the use of technology? Technology, in Harbhajan's words, clearly states that it's there for the umpire to determine whether the ball is hitting the stumps or not. The whole concept about umpire's rule is not there. That's what Harbhajan Singh wants. And by this, a lot of people had their varying opinions on it. One was Harsha Bhogle. Harsha Bhogle stated, I suspect it is time to explain the umpire's call again. After the ball strikes the pad, what you see is a projection of where the ball might have been. It isn't the actual ball, because that has met an obstruction. So he continues to explain the 50-degree rule that, okay, 50% of the ball should be actually hitting the stumps, more than 50%. Now, the current accuracy levels cannot state with 100% certainty that the ball would have hit the stumps. Remember, there is an error or margin of 3.6 millimeters when it comes to Hawkeye. So, hence you go back to the umpire's original decision because you cannot be certain enough to overturn this call. It is a very good and fair method. Harsha Bhogle is not agreed with Harbhajan Singh on this matter, and simply he said it is a very good and fair matter because you are basing your assumption that whether it's out or not through a projection. Judgment plus projection means that you cannot get that extra leeway. So, Harbhajan Singh then countered him by stating, ball hitting the stump is out. This can happen with the Indian team tomorrow. He is more worried about the Indian team. But then even India were benefactors in 2011. Saeed Ajmal bowling that delivery, the off spinner that came back in. Sachin Tendulkar was out LBW, but then the projection showed that was missing. Now, why on earth would you want to do that? Why on earth would you want to cherry pick conveniently? ICC needs to either stick to technology or umpire's call. There isn't a need of tech in the game if umpire's call is the last call. You can't have one suggesting out and the one saying not out. Rubbish it is. According to Harbhajan, he states that ball tracking and Hawkeye is only there to determine whether it is hitting the stumps or not. Umpire's call and all that verdict, simple. Ball is hitting stump, it should be out. Now that is Harbhajan's views, and because of that, Graham Smith, the former South Africa skipper, he jumped in. He said, Baji, Harbhajan Singh, I feel the same as you on umpire's call, but Rassie 72 in South Africa can have the same feeling. Remember, Rassie van der Dusen also, he was given out. And because the earlier graphic fired was wrong, originally the ICC did an internal investigation and found out the right graphic had been fired when he was given out. To that, Harbhajan Singh is saying, this isn't right. Either you use technology or stick to umpire's decision. Simple. In the same game, ball hitting the stump twice, once given out and once not out. What are you trying to show the whole world? Who's making the mistakes, umpire or technology? Why have them both? Need to decide, umpire or technology. Harbhajan Singh is very, very clear. If the umpire is there, don't have technology. If there is technology, don't have the umpire. Is it that simple? Because this has resulted in a polarizing opinion that is there on social media. Predominantly, the Asian teams are leading the charge as to, okay, many of their analysts, many of their pundits are saying, no, it can't be done. Gautam Gambhir, interestingly, he is also not in favor of the umpire's call situation, because he stated this happened with South Africa as well, and the ICC should make the rule clean. Batter should be declared out if the ball clips the bails. So top off more than 50%, all that kind of rules, it's only making the game complicated according to Gautam Gambhir. Is he right in that situation? Irfan Pathan also tweeted stating 2 calls went against Team Pakistan, wide and LBW. He pointed that LBW. Looks like South Africa got some luck with solid game this World Cup. That's the thing. Luck played a factor according to Irfan Pathan. But everybody is countering Harbhajan Singh with an old video that Nasir Hussain did about a year back. Nasir Hussain, the former England skipper and England player as well as a commentator, he pointed out technology with the range of errors is predicting the path. That is why umpire's call is a necessary, because actually the ball is not hitting the stump because there is an obstacle. Now, whether that obstacle meant that he would have been clearly was it hitting, that is another debate altogether. Because technology is being used with the range of errors that is there, which is 3.6 millimeters. So everybody is trying to counter Harbhajan Singh in that. But Harbhajan Singh, maybe he has his own point, because let's not forget one more thing. Technology is never 100%. Now, this was brought in to eliminate howlers. Now, if the technology itself may act very dodgy, how do you avoid the howlers then? Misbah-ul Haq, Moin Khan, Wasim Akram and all were really not happy. The post-match shows that they were doing for a certain Pakistan network. Misbah was all for scrapping umpire's call. He stated, umpire's call is a big issue that should be sorted out. Do not include this as a mistake when umpires are being marked. So basically, Misbah-ul Haq has 2 suggestions. One, eliminate the umpire's call. But if supposing he's made a blunder, then don't mark it when umpires are being graded. It's a simple thing. Umpires need technology to ensure that the howlers are eliminated. So, when this kind of situation happens, don't mark it against the umpire. Don't make it as an umpire's mistake. Moin Khan had a big say. He said, umpire's call is a big issue that should be sorted out. So, at that point, Moin Khan was clearly stating that it was clearly the umpire's fault. It should have been given out, because you could see leg stump. The peripheral vision at that time was again leg stump. But again, remember, parallax error. This is a huge problem. Haris Rauf was coming wide of the crease. For Alex Worf, you may feel that okay, with the angle, it was probably going down leg. Shamsi had moved a touch. You could see a bit of the leg stump. But even if there is a bit of a leg stump, it is still going down with that angle. So that's why this debate has created a lot of splits in social media, because at that point in time, most are agreeing with Harbhajan Singh, others, very few, are not agreeing with him. Do you think Harbhajan Singh is right in pointing out that umpire's call should be scrapped? Gautam Gambhir has also given this thing. Should umpire's call be there? What do you want, technology or umpire? That is the major debate that is dominating social media in the aftermath of what happened yesterday in Chepauk. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. And do comment whether Harbhajan Singh is right or wrong.